guys ready? All right. Obviously a big night for us, and this is one for the record books, first 10-win team in program history. That's really special to win a game here in Knoxville on the road in a tough environment against a really tough Tennessee team. Makes it more meaningful. And it's a credit to our players and our coaching staff, just all the work they poured into this, all the belief. That game was not straightforward. I mean, it had all the noise and all the chaos you would want. The way we settled in and finished the first half, the way we dominated the second half, that's a mature team. That's a physically capable team. And there's so much credit to go around. Robert Steiner, our strength staff. Obviously, I thought our defense played a really gutsy second half. And, Diego Pavia, again, another school record for him. There's a lot to like about that performance. And ultimately, 314 rushing yards. Our offensive line did a great job. Seti Alexander with his first 100-yard game in his career and 3 touchdowns. That was a team win, and it's one that's worth celebrating. And hopefully everyone that needs to be paying attention is paying attention, because I felt like the way this team played to close out the season was worth taking note and deserves an opportunity to compete for a national championship. And so with that, I'm happy to open for questions.
Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, Joey.
I guess just knowing the significance of this series and this result, just what are the emotions like for you? What are they like for your team after that?
Well, they're obviously celebrating, and I'm so happy. Obviously, this was a big week for me personally, just getting the extension to the finish line and knowing that, we're going to keep and continue on this build. It was so meaningful. Shout out to Candace for her hard work in getting that done. And again, I say this as many times as I can. I've got the best AD in the country, and she's tough. She's resilient. Every time we've needed her to step up, she stepped up. 2 years ago in this exact space, the conversation was about we can't go on as we are. And all she did was link arms with us, not judge us, but look to help us and support us. And that's when we started to really plot our course to today. And what's cool to me is with the extension now, we can take that line and plot it even further. But meaningful week for me, meaningful week for this program. And for the players to come out and play the way they did today. Again, the game is their day. It's their moment. They were really impressive. And what are the emotions? Some of it will sink in. Some of it will take some time. But it's special, and I'm really, again, proud and happy for our team.
Graham.
Coach just said you guys in the first half you recovered the fumble in there, that drive, he scored his first touchdown. What can you say just about what he brought today and just his performance as a whole?
I think, he plays the game the right way. The game honors toughness. He does anything that's asked of him. He's always been one of the most physical blockers we have. And so it's no surprise. He's a really talented running back. He's had some big runs for us this year. And we've changed personality a little bit here late. And so spreading the field out and putting the ball in Diego's hands has kept us away from the run game some. But, really proud of him, not surprised. He's a really good player, and there's more out there for him. So great day for him, and again, become a great team member for us too.
Coach, you mentioned earlier in the week that you guys need to sort of start to fulfill your end of the bargain in the rivalry. As a player that played at Vanderbilt, part of the rivalry, obviously your first win over Tennessee as a coach. Just how fulfilling is that to sort of get over that hurdle and then, like you said, start to plot that line?
It's big. We still have work to do on that. I think this is we need to set our sights on continuing to improve our team, our program. It starts with me, and make sure that we can be competitive at the highest level in the SEC, and that's going to allow you to play in significant games late in November. But this is obviously a big one for us, and one that we can kind of mark off as the first time for me as head coach winning in this game. And again, all the credit goes to our players.
Our coaches say that you never arrived. Have you had a moment, or was it today, at any point this season, where you just stopped and looked around and felt a sense of accomplishment in what you
We say proud but not satisfied is how we capture it. I mean, I'm very proud of what this group has done together. I think, and I told the team this, we need to pause. We need to take a moment and appreciate, because these moments become memories and we lose them, and we'll learn more about what this moment means in hindsight once we get past it and we reflect back. Again, the maniac in me is going to be like, how do we leverage it? How do we pull it forward? How do we grow it? That's the nonstop pursuit of more, which is unhealthy. But in moments this season at our home stadium, it has struck me that we have changed the pulse and the heartbeat of Vanderbilt football. Tonight, celebrating with our fans at the end of that game and seeing how many were there in support of us, getting back in with this team and thinking about the way they won that game in the second half. I'm very proud of that, and yes, I take moments to recognize how far we've come, and for sure in the next thought it's about where do we go next, but this is worth soaking in, because this will be the only time. This is the breakthrough moment, and it happens once, and everything after this becomes, you hope to do it again or replicate it or move it a little bit further forward. But this group of players and this coaching staff has now done something that's never been done in our program, and that's really special.
We can smell the cigars from in here. So what does it mean for y'all to get your first 10-win season, and how much did you celebrate?
Well, I don't know where. I thought that was Joe. I thought Joe had cigars going, and I'm sorry, Joe. You don't deserve that, man. All you do, yeah. God, I'm sorry, man. No, I think it speaks to the confidence of our team. I had no idea about that, but it means a lot. The 10 wins means a lot. We've said from the beginning we want to compete for a national championship. So this is about getting to the playoffs and having a chance to do that. And I don't know what else that we need to do. I mean, you can look at the 2 road losses this year and see a team that was still coming into its own. We can judge that team for those performances, or we can recognize how we've grown from them. And I think that's the point. We're playing our best football here late in the season. And you asked about what 10 wins means. It means a lot. And how much did we celebrate it? We celebrated a lot. And I know this group's anxious to get home and get back and get some rest. And, we'll have some time here to kind of decompress as we figure out what's next. But definitely a special night, and a night that's worth celebrating.
Clark Lea, the two-parter here. You talked all season about winning the strategy part of the game is to find margins and finish. You finished in the second half domination. You won the double up around halftime. How much does that mean about the finish to the season? And then just, if you can spell it out, why does this team deserve to be in?
Well, the winning the margins, and in our conference, we have to play smart. Smart teams win, and so we want to capture all those situations where we can gain advantage, and we did that tonight. And that was about execution. It wasn't anything that Tennessee didn't do. It was just we happened to have the possession. We got it right up to the line there and scored that touchdown before the half, and then a testament to our guys in the second half coming out and making a statement. So that's important. The second half performance, that's been a signature of this group, and it's not been every game, but there's been a few times this year where I felt like we've gone out in the second half and put the clamps down, and we did that tonight. That was a lot of fun. The way we were running the ball there in the third and fourth quarter was special. But this is a 10-win SEC team that has played in a lot of tough environments on the road. We've got a Heisman, in my mind is a Heisman front runner playing quarterback. But this is a story way more than one person. It's way bigger than one person. It's about a team that plays together, plays with great heart. It's a great story in college football. This is a story that's gained a lot of attention. And I think, again, to do anything other than allow these guys to compete for it all would be just an injustice to the work they've done. So that's out of my hands. All I can do is fight for what I believe in. And we play in the hardest league in the country, and we've come out of it with 10 wins, capping it off with a tough road win against a really good Tennessee team. And have a ton of respect for Josh and the program he's built. In so many ways, his program build has forced us to hit the accelerator in pursuit of Tennessee. But tonight was our night. And again, I hope that the people that need to be paying attention to that are paying attention.
What was your message to Diego? You guys had a moment, and maybe in the locker room, what have you kind of told him about his season so far and tonight?
Our messages are just about the love and appreciation we have for each other. And I think we always talk about that our paths cross for a reason. There are no mistakes. And the way he's transformed our locker room, the way he's transformed the play on the field, and the relationship he and I have built around him growing in that role, and not losing his personality, not losing the things that make him so special, because that's not what the world needs. They don't need Diego in a box. So it's been a meaningful run for us, and we don't want it to end. So we're gonna keep swinging until they tell us to stop. But those moments are about those connections.
Like you just made your case for why you think you guys should be in, and as someone who controls everything that you possibly can control, what's the next week going to be like for you, knowing that you have no more control over anything, and you just got to wait it out and see?
Well, there's process to shift to, so we'll turn to just some roster retention conversations, and we'll aim towards what's going to happen in the portal, and where we need to strengthen, and we'll look to train our team and keep them fresh, and we'll probably get out and practice maybe once or twice, and then it'll all come into clarity there, and we'll know exactly what awaits us. And by the way, that little thing I did was not my case. Give me some time and let me clear the cigar smoke off me, but certainly that there's a case to be made there, and we're going to be talking to whoever we need to talk to try to get that pushed and understood.
Joe?
Hey, Clark, back on Diego, you said many times being the best player in the country, he's your Heisman front runner. What do you think distinguishes him on the field?
Well, his ability to create, his ability to run when we need a run, pass when we need a pass, patience in the pocket. Even tonight, I forget this specific play, but I remember he spun out of a pressure at one point, and it's like, how? And then he found, I think, MK, maybe a little sidearm throw to MK. It's just like that creative ability. The game moves so slow for him, and I just don't think many people can do that. It's he's got that unique ability to take a game over, and not only that, but as the best player in the country, he also strengthens the performance of everyone on this football team, and some of that is not statistical, but I'm not sure where he's going to net out statistically with all the guys that'll be up for the award, but I can't imagine there's many more that will have as impressive a resume as he has, and he's done it in the hardest conference in the country, and I don't know what else to say, and I don't know what else to be done, but it is my belief he's the best football player in the country.
Last one, Billy.
Coach limited them to under 100 rushing yards, and also had some big third down stops defensively and forced the field goal there. Just what did you see from your defense, and specifically through the air, because obviously that was the challenge that you talked about with your guys. What did you see from them defensively?
Thought we played well in the secondary. Obviously, we gave up the shot touchdown, and that was more, to me, we needed to be organized. It was a tempo play. I didn't think our eyes were in the right spot, and so that was unfortunate. But thought we rallied and tackled well. There were a couple of runs that got leaky on us in the first half. I think we made really good adjustments schematically in the second half to make those runs harder. And we have a disruptive team. They were in the backfield. We got negative yardage plays, and we got them behind the chains, and we were able to build the stops. It was a really well designed and called game. I think Steve kept pressure on them, kept pressure both in presentation, but also in post snap actually blitzing. And I thought both of those things were effective. And there was some real courage in some of those fourth down calls where he zeroed up and went after the quarterback. And to be able to do that, to have a belief in the players to do that, I thought was awesome. So I'm proud of those guys. You know, I think we've grown a lot, honestly, since the Texas and Auburn game defensively. I think the last few weeks have been really good for us, kind of getting aligned on what an organized defense looks like and how we need to play. And Steve's gotten really comfortable calling it and built chemistry with our players. And so we just need to take that forward into postseason. But I thought it was a great night for them on defense. I mean, it wasn't perfect, okay, but against a really explosive offense, we stepped up and made the plays we needed to make when we needed them.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.